Hustle News and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air. Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it. Hey.
Good morning, y'all. What's up? Do me a favor, subscribe, like, and share. Share, subscribe.
What up,
though? I can hear me over here, I believe.
What up, though? What up, though?
I'm not like a wild and out party.
Fire 716, your boy, Big Frank. What's up? What's happening, world? It's going down on this beautiful Friday. It's lit. The homegrown in the room, Jay Sharif.
In the building.
Daniel, the Dark Knight, Kevin on air. You know we in the building, man. We here, we present. It is currently 10 minutes past the top of the hour. It's going down this morning. It is a set amount of degrees at a location near you.
A little chilly. At a location near you.
West New York. What's happening, man? How y'all feeling this morning? Those who are listening to us live on Facebook and YouTube, let us know how we sound audibly. How y'all feeling this morning? How y'all doing on this good old Friday?
Man, it's fall now. Shoot,
I'm feeling great.
Like, it's a different kind of cold right now. Like, I knew how cold it was last night based on how many times my heat clicked on. It was like click, 10 minutes later, click, 10 minutes later, click. Oh, okay. So this is a different kind of raggedy out here. It's the low is supposed to be like 39 degrees tonight.
Yes.
How's below 39? It's already 38.
No, I said tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah.
You know, because, yeah, that's what it is. You know, it's welcome to the season of change.
Right.
In the area.
So at least be grateful that it's not, you're not walking in water. You know, it's not up to your chest.
Right.
Your car's not floating down the street. I was on Facebook. I seen somebody's, Rolls Royce and, I almost have a plane.
Not the road.
But
Maybach
with the pitchfork.
Not the Maybach. No,
okay.
It looked a
the Maserati. Not okay. Oh, okay.
It wasn't the Maserati. It looked to the untrained eye. It's a Corvette, but it was floating down the street.
Oh, that hurts in a different way.
Florida, they had Iron King.
Ian,
Iron.
Same niggas.
Clifford, Clavon. But definitely, hey, India, good morning. But definitely praying for those in Florida, those who are suffering from that storm.
yes, please check in with your people. Check in with your people. Just let them know you're alive.
I got people down there, so.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't complain about the weather. I was just like literally the first day of fall, summer was like, we're done. Click.
Right.
Like,
it couldn't wait to clock out. Like, my shift is
over.
Right.
It's like in 3, 2, 1.
Nah, you still got to get that one good second summer.
That second summer was barbecue.
Yeah.
And everything come back.
Back in the 70s, you're like,
especially at my new location. Oh, the fire pit and the grill are next to.
Oh yeah.
You grill all year round?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, y'all said that was some real passion. I didn't know. Because when it get cold, I'm not sitting outside grilling no hot dogs and ribs.
Different kind of cure.
It'd be hot. It'd be hot near the grill.
You're not be able to.
Right.
And they go flip turn. That thing smoke. Ain't no like charcoal. I like smoke.
Why am I in the house?
So listen, let's go down this morning. We get ready to get into what we getting into. Question? No, where I'm at.
Big
Girl Chronicles. Listen, it's Friday. I'm lit tired, but I'm here. Okay. I could have been gone.
Yeah.
But I'm here. It's going down, y'all. We got a song coming up called "Bounce" by Cookie going down right here on Fire 716 with Big Frank in the morning. Let's go. Let's get it, y'all.
Bounce by Cookie.
We got a little sample of this up because y'all listening.
It can never be the simple when it comes to me.
I ain't know where she was going. Good morning. Grand Rising, good morning to that.
Because I was like, wait a minute, Bounce by Cookie. Where we going with this?
If you're a little artist in your music, because I'm about to Oh, say less. I just got a responsibility in the morning, so they're just gonna
I'm sorry.
Friday,
Huh?
TikTok ready for something.
Oh, for
No,
sure.
fact, I don't know what we're going to TikTok.
I just glad he's like, oh, they don't know. I'm like, what happened?
Bounce it. Oh, that's enough, man. They cut me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's registered now. But that's low. That's not. I don't think she's local. I think she's an indie artist.
Gotcha.
She's signed by somebody.
She sounds like somebody. You know,
Somebody
legit.
somewhere.
We get back to Big Girl Chronicles.
Yeah.
So Matt Random, right? Matt Random. So there's this woman who I've seen at church events, random locations, and I knew that I knew her, but I didn't know from where. And I've been seeing her. I say hi, I speak, but I didn't know. I know you, but I don't know the point of reference that I know you from. She posted a picture of her father, Donnie Smokehouse. Y'all might not know about Donnie Smokehouse. It was his daughter. And I've been trying to figure this out for years. Like I'm talking about, I've been seeing her for a long time.
Yeah.
You let me think, like, I know her, but you know me. But what is the point of reference? Was I not like that? But and then she posted the picture of her dad yesterday. I was like, dang. Y'all, those who don't know, Donnie Smokehouse is the barbecue rib shack. Used to be on the corner of what was that?
Was that Carlton?
Not Carlton, North Carlton. Where Mr. Combs is. That is
That's
That's Cayuga.
Cayuga.
Yes.
Cayuga
Yes.
in that's like
Jeff.
Right.
Right.
In Jefferson. Where Island Mix is now.
Yep.
But that's one of my first jobs.
That's crazy that I've lived in Buffalo my whole life and don't know Donnie Smokehouse.
Oh yeah, Donnie Smokehouse was.
It was in and out.
Right down
That's
the street
why.
from your church.
But it was in and out.
Let me
It didn't-
explain something
it
to
didn't-
you.
It didn't sit there for a really
No,
long
it was
time.
there for a minute because people. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Oh yeah, you wasn't even thinking about
Yeah.
it.
You weren't thinking about rib.
No, because I was 15, 16, 17. Because that was like the car wash and Donnie's Smokehouse was like my first level of employment type situation. I was in high school. So I remember I used to walk from the car wash home in one them boots with the bags in it, frigid.
So
But yeah, the Ross Wash and Shine, and then I was at Donnie's Smokehouse and they taught me how to
What you had to grill.
they not all the way.
Oh, and we're starting.
Oh yeah, cute. Jay Sharia song, you Big Girl Chronicles. What it is, baby?
What's good, everybody? You already know what time it is. It is Big Girl Chronicles, and on this crisp morning, I really want to talk about what is your defining factor in friendship. So let me explain what I'm talking about. I had a recent situation where somebody that I used to talk to, and this is actually going to coincide with something we're going to talk to later. Somebody used to talk to. They approached me about talking to my ex, and basically in some way said like, when y'all was dating, you know, I was never gonna violate. I always thought he was cute, but you was my friend, so I would never violate that. But y'all been broken up for a minute. You know, is it cool to like, you know, shoot my shot? Now, here's the thing. I'm not one of those once it was mine, always mine type of females, because if I dismissed you, it was probably for a good reason. But the fact that you admitted that you was eyeballing him while we were talking is a little awkward. And so it made me pose the question, how in your defining of friendships, are you feeling comfortable with bringing your friends around your man or your woman now? Because we have a very blurry line in some relationships, and luckily with my sisters, we have a great understanding about when it comes to lines of definitions. But oftentimes the lines can be kind of blurry because you figure, oh, this is my friend, is comfortable, but you really don't know the true nature of a person until you bring them around your significant other. So how are you defining your lines in your relationships? And if you find out something of this nature, do you redefine or you cut off the friend? So it also makes you kind of consider, are you evaluating your relationships and your friendships, or is this a one-time occurrence and it's just something that, you know, they failed the litmus test and they need to go? So in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I want to admonish you to really figure out how are you defining your friends, what is your comfortability level with bringing your significant other around your friends, and are you willing to walk away from the friendship if a person does admit something of that nature, or at the end of the day, if they're willing, if they admitted to something that you don't agree with. It doesn't necessarily always have to be about a man, but I have seen way too many friendships end over a disagreement or something that doesn't hold weight. But in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I just want you to identify your lines in your relationships because you're beautiful,
Yeah.
intelligent,
All right.
and you're graceful.
Yes. I'm gonna say this is what I'm gonna say.
Hey.
Don't get us cut off.
What?
That's what I'm saying, because the fact of the matter is this. I know she bad. So when I pull her, I'm not naive if there is a light attraction by a friend. But the actions thereof makes a difference. So if she pull up and she fire, her face on, left life on, back lifted, she on because
she got little, but she got much back. But she got much back.
And I have a low key an expectation that other individuals are going to look, and even my friends may look, but how you behave in that way. Now, if you violate, get pressed accordingly. If you don't, I know she's beautiful.
Don't say too much.
Right, but because my thing is, I said this before, that the fact that we can see is not the violation, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a nice Cadillac with a good trunk and nice bold tires that spin, it is what it is. That's nice. It's nice to move on,
Right?
And that's not a violation to me. So, but
it was more the admission. It was like, for me, the extent of the admission. So it wasn't just like, oh, when you were dating him, it was cute. It was like, oh, he was cute, but because it was you. Like, that's
what I didn't violate.
Like that I didn't violate. It was like
They respect you.
That's what I was about to say.
But that's still raggedy. Like, so
don't look at it as raggedy. That ain't coming to you and telling you, listen,
man. That is great.
But that lets me know you have outside raggedy behavior.
That is great A friendship.
I'm letting you know, in time past, I looked at this person as attractive. But because you are my friend, I never violated. Now that you two are not together.
Oh, I didn't care about them talking after.
Right,
but
now that you two aren't
she
together,
was so real
I'm shooting my
that
shot.
she was so real that she told you what it was. That's crazy. If my man's ever did that to me, yo, bro,
you had it. You was cute.
You my guy.
You dropped it. Now,
you my guy. Period.
Now, if she go.
Right, because what would have been shiesty is that y'all was talking and she started talking to him
right
while y'all was together.
Yeah,
your friend seen him, was attracted, ain't say nothing to him. Waited a while after you broke up with him, and then came and even asked you if it was all right.
That
even
no.
talk.
That part was cool.
Right there.
I was just like, only because it was you, I didn't violate. I'm like, so you would violate with other people?
Had it been somebody else's situation, I would have clearly came here and interrupted it.
3-pointer
without reserve. But because of our friendship, I would never do that to you. But he was cute to me too.
She a real one.
And I'm not even going to cross you like that, sis, because our bond is too top tier.
She a real one.
Yeah, it's not always a violation. But now that you don't put them in the trap, can I go ahead and make it my treasure? Can I go ahead and
because it was, and the crazy thing is, it was somebody I talked to like over 15 years ago, and I was like, "What?" For me, I'm like,
she is.
I'm like 15. Like you waited 15 years. Like once the relationship, I'm not one of those like we gotta wait a year, 2 years, depending on the dynamic of the relationship.
Yeah.
But with this person, I'm like, 6 months after, you could have been like. Sis.
She a real one. She been waiting years. She a great friend. Need more friends like that.
Listen, when we get back, everybody get into the question of the day is going down, because the truth of the matter is that if you keep this mess up, you're gonna be like this. Lonely with Jen Jackson. That's going down right now.
I guess so long.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. So now that you're on here real quick, the question of the day is The big girl chronicle is if a friend comes to you, you was dating somebody and y'all didn't work out, and 10 years later they pull up to you and like, listen, you had a person and I was eyeing them. It was cute the whole time, but because it was you, I didn't say nothing. But now that y'all done and y'all been done for a minute and I've talked to them, do you feel like that's a violation? Do you feel like that person was always had a hidden agenda? Let me know what you think.
It was just about defining lines.
Mm-hmm.
Defining lines of friendships. That's why I love the sisters that I have.
Yeah.
Because we have mutual understanding around it. Like, I'm not mad if Sharita pull up and be like, yo, I've been dating this dude for a year, but I was vetting him before I introduced him to you. I'm not mad at that. Like, I'm like, yo, live your best life. Right. Like, if that's what you're doing, you've been vetting for a year, it's cool. But like some people like, how that's your friend and you didn't know she was dating for somebody. If the person is not worthy enough to bring around, that means you still vetting them. It is a waste. It's a waste of time. I'm not gonna keep bringing people around you. So I'm different with it.
Man, I'm playing house until it's broken.
I'm done. I'm going back to listening to Janet.
If that ain't the cornerstone of my family right there.
That's like dude behavior right there. I'm playing house till it's broken. That is such a dude thing to say.
Oh man. Yep. That ain't my grandfather's uncle's cousin's song.
This dude said, I'm playing house till it's broken. That's such a dude thing to say.
I'm married now. I got real situations, bro. Listen, beforehand, I step down. No, I.
Wow.
What you say? Hey, Papa. Hey, what's up? Hey.
I'm dead.
That is crazy. Yo.
Yeah, I don't trip about like people dating unless it was like an engagement. Like if we were engaged and you tried to hop up on that like 3-4 months later, I kind of be like,
Because all it takes is a sad moment of disownment. On to the next. That moment of, I broke my heart. I've been broken too. Lay here. Hey, what? Gotta get yeah. And then it's such a come on, like and then if you're in your feelings and you're emotional, you'll be everywhere all the time. Yeah, all the time. You talk about that in Bible study last week, but
this video promoted so much bad behavior. I've seen so many people try to redo this video. Everybody can't just pop open their shirt and dance. Like, this was a Janet moment, and you took it and you ran with it.
We're gonna get to the question of the day, y'all. Don't do me a favor. Share, okay? Period. Share. Air. I just seen Sharon in a picture. Sharon like 80 years old.
Oh.
Share.
Oh yeah.
She's still looking like I don't know.
Because she has an amazing surgeon.
Okay.
That's all she's.
No, she got an amazing surgeon.
Yeah.
Cher's touch-ups is real.
But Cher's always looked like a
She
like a Cher.
She looked like she eat garlic.
She always looked like Cher.
like garlic. Or in hot water. Just
Yo, so you know they did an autopsy on the Queen to figure out why she died.
They killed that. It was her time.
She is old. Like I don't understand. You wasted the government's time and money. She was 75,000 years old.
The prince was like, listen, Mom, you're not going nowhere no time soon. Let's just speed up the process. It's coming.
It's coming.
She died at old age.
Mom, take this pillow real quick.
Right, like just
you're not taking the pillow real quick.
I was like, why did you do an autopsy?
You know, she's like, I'm tired. Take me down. Take me down, King. I'm just tired.
Crazy.
I'm tired of living.
Had her daughter-in-law do it. I know you're kind to do this a lot.
Oh,
That's
don't be like, ma'am, don't be coming for Meg Markle like that. Don't. Like that's what makes me laugh about stuff. He's like, we gonna do autopsy to see why she died. She died of death. Like she's old. She is old. She's 400 years old. Like it was time for her to go. But like Prince Charles coming to be king now. That this all side chicks matter. That's what the royal regime is gonna be. Side chicks matter because
I just watched the video on YouTube. And my man's just like, You know what? He's like, men cheat because they side chicks is better than they main chick, and I was dying. And
Side chicks matter
Side chicks do
because
matter.
the side chick is gonna become queen.
They matter.
Nah.
No, because the person that Prince Charles is married to now was his side chick when he cheated on Princess Diana. She's gonna become queen. So she set the tone for side chicks all over the world. Just stick with them, honey. You'll be queen. Like,
Queen are important. I just watched Chris Matthews, and she's been a side chick for 19 years.
Yeah.
she made it a real one for these side chicks because Camilla like legit was smashing Prince Charles while he was dating Princess Diana. Yeah.
I don't know these people all over.
When you famous and you got money.
I don't know who's who. I thought you knew about somebody else the first time. So who's
Prince Charles.
now? Charles is the one that got the black girl now.
No, that's
No.
Harry.
Oh, Charles! I told you.
Charles is the older one. I guess.
So Charles is the son of the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Prince Charles was married to Diana.
Princess Diana.
Princess Diana.
Princess Diana had a little sneaky link on the
No, Princess Diana started dating after they got divorced.
side. That's how they told the story. But she had, she was out there dipping in with the peasants.
So
With the peasantry.
So they
his
killed her.
friend, his friend Camilla, he was smashing Camilla like while he was dating Princess
I'm
Diana.
so special, man. Because I keep seeing Camilla and thinking about the president.
Kamala.
That's Kamala.
Kamala.
That's- So like when Princess Diana died, like you know when she died in a tragic car accident, shortly after that, he married Camilla. But like she was the side chick, and now the side chick is gonna become queen.
Yeah, but you know, I think those 7 days wasn't happening.
Like Princess Diana, though, I did watch her. Like, so they did Diana in her words. So it was all her private interviews, and she was like really depressed during the relationship. Like,
you got to be like church 24/7.
she tried to kill herself while she was pregnant with William. Like threw herself downstairs.
Yeah, and then you got to talk about that. That's a whole other situation because you talk about the chemical imbalance of a woman in pregnancy. Wow, that's how I know.
But yeah, like she was the side chick. Like sent them cufflinks on their wedding night. Like
I don't see nothing wrong with
I feel like that's a song.
it.
Maybe.
yeah.
What song has got cufflinks in it? There's a song about. Is it catered to you?
No, she taking his clothes off.
Clothes. Somebody got cufflinks. I don't know what it is.
But yeah, she was doing a lot. Like showed up to the wedding in all white with her little like she was the ultimate side chick. She was like, "You're getting married to him right now, but I'm gonna be in this white dress with this little hat in the audience to let you know I'm actually."
She can't be an ultimate side chick if she is in the pit. She in the way. Side chicks never in the way.
No, she was on the. But Diana figured out that she was the side chick.
But the side became a man.
Huh? The
Right.
side became a man.
But there's another side. The side song will continue.
But Prince Charles is old too, so I mean, at this point, he
I
can't.
got a Joe Hanley.
No, well, no, he's
96.
he's getting
right
now.
22.
Yeah, he's
Now.
king now.
Yeah, I said what I said. All right, 716 boy, friend like the Big Frank morning. Good morning. It is 30 minutes past the top of the hour. It is currently 39 degrees over here in Western New York. What is what's up? You locked in
Good morning,
with your boy,
Sheree.
Big Frank, Jay Sheree,
In the building.
Daniel the Dark Knight. We about to get into the question today. Do me a favor, tag your cousin, your nephew,
Your sister,
your sister, everybody, because we about to get into the question of the day.
Yes.
And y'all not gonna like the responses because I don't think y'all really want the truth. I watched we get to the question today. I watched the video, and the lady was talking about how not all women, but women in the feminist movement want men to understand the woman, but the woman doesn't want to understand the man.
Ooh.
Now, my question is, I just hope that you can handle the smoke behind these questions.
I just got chilled.
Yeah, so that's just the beginning disclaimer. But tag your people, because let's get into the question today.
So, how the question of the day stemmed was Kenan Thompson, if y'all know his full name, Kenan and Kel.
Thank you, because you got to give me.
Kenan, the big one.
Yes.
Kenan is recently separated from his wife. They've been
Mhm.
separated for 6 months. They are not divorced, but his longtime co-host from SNL is now dating his ex-wife. Well, soon to be ex-wife. And now they're questioning it as far as bro code. Bruh, would you date your man's ex-wife, like man's ex-boo, soon to be ex-boo? And bro, is it a violation of bro code?
Let's go here. Let's identify what is bro code.
Now, bro code's a very sophisticated,
Very
It's a
sophisticated
piece of work.
It's a very
simple and
sophisticated
sophisticated.
book of rules.
Yeah.
Okay, and because we're men, we have clauses to things just in case the rule itself works in different ways. Because depending on the situation and the person, the rule changes.
Yes.
So,
and I'm gonna add to that. I said, and to the one who's trying to break down the females who are trying to break down the bro code, you will not comprehend.
Don't do
and
it.
these may hurt your feelings.
You'll hurt yourself.
These things.
some of it is logic, some of it is
These
how I
things-
feel, some of it is just.
I don't break down bro code because we have girl code.
Not a problem with that. Not a problem.
Yeah.
I just want you to understand that don't look. Sometimes you can look at love. You can sometimes look at it as object. That you can sometimes be used as a valuable piece of person or worthless beneath my ego.
The
Like,
scum
you can-
between my
there's-
toes.
So when you ask certain
Wow, Kevin,
questions,
you
it
said that
depends
with
on
passion.
these layers and tiers.
how he
But
says
so
Is it a violation of bro code?
Okay, let's first one define the level of bro code, because bro code only, I feel like bro code only
has to do with my homies.
like
It's not
6+
for
years.
every Negro.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
I won't
not,
say 6+ years, because you can find some homies within
a good small short of time.
a good small certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, bro code is childhood and up.
For the
You know what
homies.
I'm saying? You can't be nowhere outside of that.
Okay.
So if you violate and you've known me from grass stains, we might have a problem.
and for me,
So for him, it was long
Just
time
might.
friendship.
but for
Having a longtime friend that I work with is
Right.
totally
Yeah,
different than
that's
having a
a work
longtime
friend and
friend
a
that's
real
my
friend.
man.
it also
totally different.
depends on how much I'm invested in the person
Yeah.
that we separated to, and how that fell out,
And
that
how
rolled out.
men deal with these
For
kinds
for
of
me,
things.
the biggest violation of bro code is when it comes down to family matters. You violated my bro. Come on, bro.
Right,
That's my
like,
sister.
right.
Bro, that's my. You really.
You already know what it was.
I don't judge me. In time past, I've offered up mine. We was in this fact. I was on a phone call. My bro at the time was just like, "Yo, I was man, go for yours." Okay, because at this point,
I'm done.
Not only am I done, forgive me, and please, under this is past tense. This is trash now to me. This is about regular. Feel free to deposit your deposit. Do what you do, and we're on to the next. And that was because I was in a place mentally at the time. But at the time,
Right.
so if he had he, it wouldn't have violated bro code. He was mature enough to be like, no, I ain't gonna do you like that because you my bro.
Yeah.
But I was willing
To let it go.
to let it go.
It's easier to walk away
It's
from.
easy, yeah.
Listen.
So it's factors in this. I think that for me, somebody that I knew, matter of fact, valid, somebody that I knew dated one of my exes. He came to church together. Oh, y'all want that? Okay. Walk right up to them both. What's up? Y'all good? All right. And kept it moving because at this point, it's already it's a done situation. So I've detached already.
Right.
Right.
And it's weird. It's weird because dudes know. Like your mans and your peoples, even in this situation, your people that you work with for a long period of time, they know when you really started to be over it.
Oh,
Like, I know they say, how long they've been separated? 6 months?
6 months.
Trust me, my man Keenan, mine had already been checked out a minute ago.
But I think she was the one who filed for
His-
divorce. He
His
did.
mans know.
And she might have been.
Yeah, I think she was
But
the one who filed for divorce. Because I think Keenan wanted to try to like reconcile,
Yeah,
get
but you
counseling
can't-
situation.
It's challenging because you can't base the filing date and the time to the emotional side of what
Right.
we've already been tapped out. We already faded apart. We're only doing the due diligence to make sure the house is running smoothly.
Right.
We're not really engaged as much. I'm in my family, my business, you over there. We already really apart in the same house.
Right.
Who going The question is, who gonna file first?
Well, no, the reason why I said that, I brought up the point of her filing first is because Keenan really didn't want the divorce. So it was like she filed, and they've been separated for 6 months because I guess after a while he's like, dang, she really ain't gonna take me back. But that's why it'll be a factor to the bro code, because it was like, I didn't want this to end. She wanted it to end.
He didn't want to end first because it messes up the flow. So we got creatures of habit. So when you
and then if we got a kid, like sometimes I don't want to let it go because
it's not.
I know how it is.
Yeah, facts. So there's other. Let me call Keenan around. But these are factors that people don't always consider because stuff happens. Like we got a system,
right?
And now you got to break up the system. And now I got to reprocess. I got to go through a reprocessing
and start my system all
over again, and I don't want to.
Is it always so cut and dry? Because maybe he really didn't want a divorce. Maybe he still loves her and wanted to work it out.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm not saying, baby, I'm begging. Listen,
I'm gonna say this: if he wanted her back, he could not.
That's not always true.
If he wanted her back,
it depends on how intense the violation is and how consistent.
Because if she I could say,
right? Did he cheat, or did it just become? Or did they go through things and change and are no longer compatible?
Right.
Because life happens, and if you were go back to the same thing I said before we got to the show. If life happens and you're not together when life happens, somebody's going to change and you're not going to know who they are anymore.
Yeah.
For sure. And if that happens, now you got a situation. Because you're not who I married. And then you're not communicating the details of your life that's causing this change for me to understand why you changed. It's I don't know who married them in, but
they get a divorce because they're not.
No, and valid.
Could be anything. The boy Keenan worked. SNL. That's every day, all day job.
This is his last season,
right?
Because SNL is shutting down, I think.
Yeah, but working too much.
Yeah.
Though it brings finances, but it doesn't give me time.
Right.
And we talk about this situation. If you want time, you can't get money. At the same time, always, because if you want my time, that means that I've decided, if I haven't set myself up properly, to sacrifice getting the money. Yes, because I gave you my time. Right. So if SNL has a contract and it requires my time, and I'm there every day shooting 3-4 episodes a week, and we didn't manage our time together well.
Right.
You've grown apart.
Mm-hmm.
You felt alone going through your stuff. I felt alone going through my stuff, and now we have this tension between us. And his attitude and all that stuff, but that's because of time. And I'm not saying that's the situation, but I'm just throwing out variables.
Yeah.
Right? So,
and then if we going back to the bro code thing, I'll say this: it's only a violation to the bro code if Keenan really wanted to try to get his wife back.
And I'm gonna say this: it's violation only. Tell me,
right?
Yeah. So that when I come in with my new thing,
right.
And we go into the same function.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna give me a whole other situation because now you're trying to figure out.
Because he found out because there was photos of them together.
That's TMZ probably fault.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, TMZ definitely dropped that. But like that's how
that's how together don't mean that we.
But no, they confirmed they confirmed their relationship. Like they did confirm they are in a relationship. But yeah, TMZ definitely dropped the photos. Like. But that's what.
Yeah, don't bring that.
That's why I asked, was it violation of bro code? Because clearly he wanted his wife back. Like in this.
It's not like I guess he's not Kanye, so he's not putting out efforts publicly. Like what have you?
No, he's not showing up to her house with a Jeep full of flowers.
Wait a minute, now you want him to be our the love bug, get her back her. But what have you done?
What have you done
to try and what extremes have you ain't Kanye'd it, right? So you really don't want it back.
You ain't trying hard.
You ain't. I'm gonna tell you that.
He over here sending 100-pound bouquets of roses
in the trunk.
Come on,
with the bed,
right?
Pre-weed it, but no, definitely. So
yeah.
I don't think it's violation bro code for me personally.
Yeah, because they probably knew about it, but they was keeping it on the low because they was cool.
Bro code violation, we find out that you've been creeping along before.
Bro code violation. Case in point. Going through my situation.
Yes.
She says, your boy hit me up in my inbox. Williams. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. That was a violation.
Right.
That was a violation.
Because I'm still.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah, fact. Because I'm still in the room. Okay?
In the room.
I can't say how I really want to say it.
Right.
But I think about it anyway.
Go ahead and say it.
I'm still in the box.
Right.
Don't check here.
Come
Okay.
on.
So what are you doing? That's good. I mean, it's going down. When we get back, we get into
dang it.
confessions.
Fire
Confessions
confessions.
is going down. 1-716. Big Frank is going down. Let's go. Let's get it.
Definitely lost track of where we was
I
at.
stole DMP. That's his phrase. Let's go. Let's get it.
Okay.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro code. If I'm still in the box, don't check it.
Don't check it.
Unless I'm only in the box because it's the only box.
Only
that's
box
there.
that's
Because
Mm.
I've had homies who have definitely been smashing their ex. They technically not really with
Right.
no more, and be like, "Yeah, bro, I don't care."
No,
and he's ready to pass them to you, like, "Yo, bro, like you like, yo, man, you having a bad day, yo, you want me to call? What's the name, bro?"
that
Like,
box is not checked. That's just shouting.
That's
That's
the
the
shit.
You ready?
Put a line through it.
Oh, good morning, y'all. Good morning. When you pull up, say what's up.
Yo.
We talked about bro code. My question is to y'all: what y'all know about bro code? Huh?
you know,
What?
I'm not a bro,
It's
so I don't
only-
know about bro.
like I said, it only got to do with your feelings. Your feelings are your man's. If your man's don't care, it's not a violation. If your man's care, then it's a violation.
Because girl code is a little different.
Yeah. Y'all different.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as women, just different.
Facts.
Different. But I just know that when y'all asking questions about bro code, it is not.
No,
It's not as deep as y'all think.
Right. No, the scenario prompted isn't a violation.
Right.
Like I said, I'm not a bro, so I don't need to know these details. Like,
I don't know, because girls do weird stuff. Like,
Yeah,
like they're sending their best friend to go and talk to you to see if you're going to be loyal and
they
weird stuff like
get
that.
mad
You know what I'm saying?
when you text phone. When your text phone in the corner, and you're like, oh, I thought it was.
Or when they thought you was gonna fall for it and be stupid, but you go with it
To see you get mad. For no
see
reason.
how mad you
You gotta protect yourself. That's proof. You gotta document. I want you to know that. At this time is what I take. I already knew. Oh yeah.
but that's what that
Yeah.
dude on
Facts.
Facebook does. The whole bing bong him.
Yeah.
The loyalty test. He out here breaking up relationships.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. He's
exposing
exposing the demons that you think you use.
your sus.
Your sis is really bro.
No,
Right.
because like I remember watching at least 3 of them joints, and the girl got mad for doing what he asked. He was like, you call her man, see if you know,
And got mad at the friend.
and got mad at the friend.
Right, because
And it was
but also because some of the joints, his number already in your phone.
Right.
Like,
Facts.
it's like, yo,
Facts.
why your number already in the
Absolutely.
phone?
It's a
I'm not talking
couple
about the ones where like the number was already. They began. She was like, "But why?" But she was like, "He asked you, was it
But
okay
then
to do this?"
Off too, and he don't that conversation he calling me now.
Right.
So we don't. So though he just played that card, now he about to go call the girl. Like, this is what just happened. This is what I just did. Like, so it'd be iffy. It'd be iffy. But it's
Some of them be calling, yo, I can't make it tonight. What you mean
you can't make it back.
Like, what?
Yeah.
You was just on the phone with so and so, right?
Yeah, man. Relationships, listen, it's
Yeah.
different now. But then also too, the women try to be men, and all right. So it's bro code for her. Frank, I'm talking good here.
Yo,
That's
bro
a
code
fact.
for her.
Definitely
If you
some
wanna
broke
be-
over too.
That's what it is.
Yo.
Because if you can do it,
Right.
That's a little reckless.
Now I gotta treat you like a dude.
I don't-
Now I gotta treat you like a.
I gotta treat you like a dude.
So I want to say something. I feel like she is the wrong one because why you engage in a relationship with someone your husband worked with? Out of all the men your husband, your coworkers, I feel like this is sticking. Valid. I didn't think about that.
Oh, that's what I'm
Valid.
saying. But that's
Wow.
but that's also
Yeah.
but that's also how the women feel. How the women feel. Not saying, but like the bro code is like as long it all depends on how Keenan feels. Keenan feels like yo, it's fine. He ain't violated. Ooh.
No, that's.
And what's the name is from Chicago? Like, you know what I mean?
You saying like, oh,
you know what it is?
Let me go get his. Let me go get. Now she violent. Now it depends. It depends on who's the pursuer.
Yeah.
Because that's ain't all women once again. Because
I love how you disclaimer because you know I be coming.
But no, because
your
there are some
head.
women that because my heart is not broken and this is going right, I'm going to stick it to you. So I'm going to come for your man.
Yeah.
And you think your hurt is bad, but we whatever. Okay, no.
Right.
But then there's some that's like, yo, matter of fact, I'm about to go for your cousin.
If he's my real
I'm
man.
about to give me step out.
Because if he's my
They
real
hit deep.
yeah, they be trying to
I
go
talk
fake.
what?
Right, you talking about that.
You gonna die?
But
Lord,
they're out here now. They don't.
Yeah, they don't care.
that's a different type of reckless woman that you. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Some people dads do be looking good, but I would never violate like that.
As a man, I told the one girl, I almost gave her step grandpa.
Right. Yo.
When she introduced me to who her mom was, I said, I've been dancing with your mom at the Groove for the last 3 months. We've
been free.
That's awkward.
She's like, don't make one of me. I got it. I know your grandmother.
Yo.
That is so wrong on the different level.
That's what I knew you do with you. Well, that is funny.
No, like I was legit on the phone with one of my friends, and I was like, some of these parents need to stop posting their sons for Fun Sunday, because some of your sons is fine. Shut. Like, like we friends.
What trying to do?
We
Right.
friends.
Especially mothers. They always try to sit their son up with somebody. Please take this.
But moms get mad when she's the same
No,
age.
no.
Yeah.
Mom get mad when mom don't choose.
No, mom get mad when she the same age as
Who
the
you
mama.
talking about? How old is she? She's sufficient.
You come
Listen.
home, your son 25, and she the same age as you. That's just you nasty. You dating my son. That's my baby.
Girl, call me Stella because I got it back. Okay, that is crazy. Yo.
Mm-mm.
And then for a young man to capture
The older.
older
Great.
Savage beginner 101. I'm somebody.
He
I
getting
had my first.
He getting high five. He getting high fives all up and down the gallery of mall. My man.
I had my first older. No, I was gonna say had,
I used to do that with.
but I encountered because we didn't
Go there.
explore. We didn't go there.
Yeah.
But I had my first flirtatious, like direct flirtation, like at 16 from an older woman. She was in her like 30s. I was like, give me some time. Give me some time.
2 more years. Give it.
some
Are you willing to wait?
I'll be legal.
There is
Listen.
trouble, but it's been telling all the stories. With that Basil.
Ah.
And I remember this lady came in, and I don't know who she was. She was older, but she was bad. I said,
Miss Paul?
and she wasn't necessarily like big body bad, but it was just
Yeah.
my type.
She
And
helped-
I said, oh. And then I came across her in dancing class. I said, oh my.
Ah!
Bill needed a ride home. I said, I'm on my way. Y'all right over was talking. I said, I ain't making it to the box, but I was definitely impressed of the access that I was on my way to.
Right.
I was
Right.
Just that casual.
In the back of your head, you just
that
like, man,
casual flirt.
yeah,
This is
this
right.
is nice.
It was like, oh, I got enough juice in the sauce.
Ah! Oh, juice.
See, and I'm the exact opposite. When older dudes hit on me, I'll be like,
Yo.
like,
It's different though.
when
Well,
you
older-
like
when-
50 and 60, like, hey, how you doing?
That's the thing.
Ew.
Like, I'm 17, 20, she's 30, 40.
Yo, but do
Ew.
it feel the same though?
I wasn't in
No, like.
Oh my God,
like
you're
for
gross.
niggas-
Oh my God, oh, why? Oh my God.
For younger men and women.
This is
Just
why
being hit on by
I
the
need more
older-
female
By
co-hosts.
the older generation, like, does it feel the same?
I
Like,
I think in the teenage years it does because the girl with an older dude, she like, oh my
Gotcha.
gosh, he's so
Yeah.
smart, he's so
But then,
mature.
then she get over and realize he's just
And then
big
he's just
old-
a creep, you know what I mean? That he was just a creep the whole time.
He's so old.
And that- And that you was,
Listen,
and that you
But
was,
what's different with the women though?
and that you like creeps, you know?
because the older they are,
You see what I'm saying?
no. What's different with women? Welcome to the
win.
table. With
What's
women, when
different?
women get older, their adrenaline and things get a little bit more intense. Where
Gotcha.
with guys, as they get older, there's a decline.
But
But
no,
for
But then
me,
he becomes smooth there.
no, I mean, what's the difference? Like, they're both older. They're both attracted to the younger generation. Like mentally, like you gotta be like, oh, this young whippersnapper, this young tenderoni right here probably can do some things that couldn't do.
I have a 6 to 7 year window between my
Okay.
age.
I got like a 10 to 20.
Your situation was different. No, I have a 6 to 7 year window.
Even when I was
So
6
if
to
you
7,
6 to 7 for me
I got
is
you.
a 6 to 7 year window. If you are 50, you gotta be a fly 50
Okay.
for me. Just
Oh,
because
you going with a 30-year-old 50.
no.
Because,
Talking about a good-
50 not old. I
Yeah,
think
50
not
not
old.
old.
No more.
50 is
That's
old.
a fair
No.
No, because and the only reason why I said like 50 is a no for me because if I decide that I do want children, a lot of men at that age do not want kids.
Right.
That's
So
facts.
it's like at 50
Like,
they
nah.
settle, they get ready to
But then
retire.
again, listen,
I'm not comfortable.
I tell you,
Right, they
Uncle-
comfortable.
Uncle Jack and them.
Like they comfortable and they set in their
He
ways.
was
They
90, he was like 98, his son like 27. So that he was still out here playing ping pong.
What's her name? Sister's baby father is an old head. Am I right?
First, I want to say, I gotta find out these details. That's what's
Just text him.
What's going
I
on?
got
For some reason, my leg is hurting, and I can't fix it. When we're in the room with Jay Sheree,
I can't.
in the building.
Dark Knight, come on here.
What did it do?
What's going down?
We started before we go to Fiery Confessions. If y'all are not doing the behind the scenes, you definitely need to be follow us on Facebook and YouTube because we were talking about the
Saying wild
differences with aging and the older relationships and how a younger guy gets an older woman is like yes, but a woman getting hit on by the older dude, we'd be like nah.
Yeah, y'all make it creepy with it. You like, sure.
You know, I think men are just more inquisitive.
Because
That's what it comes down
you
to.
know what we know what happens sometimes. This is the first part of it. Sometimes the younger woman uses the man, but he feels needed.
Right, and that's what men.
And that's satisfying. I don't even know I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't even know.
I thought I heard through the grapevine that he was old.
I wouldn't be surprised because somebody did smoke
Yeah.
back. Okay?
But no, like 60 for me is too old. 50 to me is too old. Just because 50 for me is too old. Like I said, I gotta
It
see.
depends, 'cause
My-
I'm married, but
As once I became a legal man, it didn't matter how old she was.
That part.
It didn't matter.
That part.
The only thing I cared about, as far as being in an actual relationship, was because I was different and I was a very serious man. I just wanted somebody that could have children because I wanted children.
Mhm.
So, but like as far as talking to, flirting with, having a conversation with, I don't care how old she was. You know, as long as she ain't like my mother, as long as she wasn't as like around my mother age, I didn't care.
I am past the point of we just flirting.
I'm against that. I was. My mother was a young mother.
See, but mine not.
Gotcha. That's different.
Right.
My mom had me at 16, 17.
You know?
Oh,
She's young, so the older
So that's
cougar
different.
is her.
Right.
Is her age,
That's
you know?
different. See, my mother, I ain't gonna say how old she's about to be, but she don't look it. But
Right.
she is up there.
Right.
You know what I
Because
mean?
at that time,
So
see,
like,
once
nah.
a cougar pulled me one time. I was shocked. I was at this location doing what I was doing,
not bad.
and she was like, "You got somebody, man?" I said, "No." Give my number. I said, Did you just pull?
You just
Only like that. Easy.
I was so
yo.
took it back and turned. No,
Lost
Shoot, Justin was there when the old lady was trying to pick me up.
Oh yeah, no, but no. Because Daniel, we kept we warned Daniel, was like, you might want to start dancing, sir, because Daniel was at that phase in his life where he was dancing everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And he was, and this old lady that went to y'all
Old church.
went to y'all church was
Cause
like,
we seen her next Sunday. Like,
we saw her this Sunday in her mother white. We was like, oh, she was like, oh, you could dance for me.
oh.
I said, oh, Daniel about to get, Daniel was about to get a mountain lion. And I was like, Daniel, she watching you, bro. And he just, I said, okay.
We was acting outside.
He was acting outside. She was like, oh, you could dance for me.
Went to
She
get ice
wanted
cream.
Daniel to be her private dancer. And then we saw her the next Sunday in her church mother white. He was like,
You got this after a while. If the skills don't come to the way,
What?
but yeah, it's just, like I said, I have a 6 to 7 year window, and that's just because, like I said, I'm on the fence if I want to have kids or not, but I don't want the option to be taken away as well.
Gotcha.
And a lot of dudes that are older than me that I've had conversation with is like, yo, I'm 50, man, I ain't trying to have kids.
Right.
I didn't say I wanted to. He could be within my age bracket, 4 to 6 years.
When you want to show up about?
When do I want him to show up by? He about 3 years late. I want him to show up 3 years ago. Yeah.
2019? By the 19th? Oh, no, but you probably got by the 19th. Let him walk back.
Yeah.
Let him walk back and get you But no.
Come find me. I'm in sweatpants and a hoodie today. Let me go to Walmart. Maybe, you know.
That's how you get pulled right in the right in the freezer aisle. Right next to the favorite ice cream.
No, like the funny part was I thought possibly it was gonna be my cohort with school until I walked into my cohort and I was like, no. I'm the only fly in this whole glass of milk. This is not gonna happen. Not at all. They 19, 20, 21. No, I'm not rushing the process. I just, like I said, I'm still on the fence if I want children. Right now, I'm kind of at that. I want that one and done situation. And a lot of older black guys don't want kids at 50.
I heard different. You date today, be married next month. I mean, we here. My life changed dramatically. Just 3 years ago, I was a single man walking the street.
Now you got a wife and 3 kids. And speaking of church, fiery confessions. Yeah. Dear Frank, dear Big Frank, I attend a church. These are my confessions until we get the drop. No, dear Big Frank, I attended a church service and met a nice guy. He took me out. Eventually, we started dating. I found out. Oh, sorry. My bad. I found out that the person I met at the church service is married and has an STD and is next in line to become the pastor of the church, but we slept together. What should I do? Should I confess and break it off or just keep it to myself?
If you break out, break up.
Not if you break up, break out, break up.
Get yourself together.
Because he is married. She found out he is married and he also has an STD.
If he has an STD, and you now have it, when you gave it to him, or vice versa, however that story goes.
Need to tell some.
Yeah. Listen. Be here sitting and kill.
You might wanna speak.
I think that forever just have that dialogue.
Because I guess she's conflicted because he's next in line to become the upcoming pastor, and she don't want to drop that bomb.
You gotta go to the furniture.
Just
Right, tell her later, man.
Get you another witness, because either one, working like you out, two, the husband of your liar, and stuff, outside witness, call upon elders, have that meeting, have a discussion. This is what happens. We're facing, bam. They'll have a conversation. They'll do their due diligence. You get the shot. It might fade away. It might not. It might be clap burn to the butt. But either way, and then he has a responsibility to go before his congregants and have that discussion as well. And if they receive him to yet still be their shepherd, they remain. If not, they got to go. And that's fine. And he'll have to either one be set down or set and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But you know about the city and mean guilt and shame, I have that. Because that's not what God called you to be. hate to prophesize to the confession, but listen here. Come out. You know, like seriously, I think that
Because it's like, I don't want to put him out there, but I thought I had an STD and he married. He about to become a
she'll
pastor.
find out. She's gonna run into church and she's gonna tell you. Now, I'm telling you what I've experienced at a set location that I will not name. That they found out, ran to church, dragged them out. Like it was right. I wasn't even there for experience, but I heard about it. And then when I tell you that y'all don't want the truth, and that's when I knew that this is the worst place. But no, I think that you don't want to have that secret and have all that held up, and then build up resentment. Man, get that out.
Get tested.
No,
Get
tested.
Get tested and then get out.
Get delivered and get that out of you, like
Right.
the spirit and the disease. Get that out of you. You need delivered. Come on, come out.
Yo.
But yeah. So then part two is why you playing with him anyway?
But she didn't.
No, she didn't know he was
know
married. She didn't know he was married. They were like dating, and then she came upon a situation that was like, oh, giving honor to this person, and oh, he's honoring his wife, and it's like, oh.
But at the same time, how does she know she married? Did she go to the same church?
No, they don't. She was visiting a church, and
Mm.
they met at a mutual church service. So
That's
wife
not-
wasn't
that's the most-
wife
that's
was
the
not
most-
at the church
That's
service.
the most church thing to ever happen.
Go
Being an out of town preacher.
Go back where you came from. Get out the house. You don't want to be here.
Right. Get out.
Confess,
Yeah.
talk to them, get out.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Especially there's so much frustration in trying to let God use you in the middle of your second partner being in the pew. Like, God said, yes, Lord. God is doing what he. Oh, I remember what he said. God, nothing I said. God, I love you. What you about to snitch on me? God, work here, oh Lord. No. She just not starting. Okay.
We about to have prayer. I'm being led to prayer.
No,
Don't
God,
let it be multiple.
female. Oh my goodness. Y'all people's in my inbox too, girl.
Right.
We're just-
One after another.
You know what's crazy is that people
They gonna Bill
about
Cosby him.
them being in the DM and inbox, but then accepts them again.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you came out here all screaming, yelling to expose, and
Just
you in the
for-
city again, and you coming right here to rip through these different kind of walls.
Mm-mm. If you inbox me, if you in my DM and you married, I'm screenshotting and sending it to your wife.
Mhm.
Here you go. Get your man.
You might be asking for prayer.
You might be actually-
Maybe, hey, I understand.
Not hey, he was
You know, it's one person who I know, who name is that they have he's a male,
Okay.
has a female profile, and goes into DMs intentionally as this female and talk to people.
He's so weird. Anyway, that's
I
that weird,
know you.
I said,
weird catfish.
That,
You
Yes.
bored? You bored with
bored.
yeah, you are so bored.
Not
Like,
only bored, you're perverse. Either
Yeah, like
your life is your hairline.
weird.
Backed up. It's just.
you gonna get shot.
Somber.
You gonna get shot. Right?
Listen.
I've been listening to Dahmer, the actual real case,
Okay.
lately, and I was listening to his father talk
Mhm.
about just about the situation, and I was just like, yo, parents are not always to blame for your trauma.
but the father feels
But
like it's
he-
partially his
No,
fault.
watch it. The father feels that in retrospect, it could have been him,
Yeah.
but while going through it, it was just a shy kid, a kid going through. He's shy. He don't talk to nobody.
Right.
A hard place that he himself had experienced growing up.
Right. Right.
So I just thought that this was just that.
Yeah.
The things didn't pop out at that time as a big problem. But in retrospect, now he looks back like, dang, that could have been the sign. But then it lets me think about, like, it could be anybody. It could be anything.
Because the father picked up on his abnormal behavior.
Yeah.
Like his affinity with touching and like he was just like, oh, okay, well, he's different. But what I'm looking forward to, because Netflix is getting ready to do the conversation
Yeah.
with Jeffrey Dahmer, like the interview with the killer situation. So I'm listening in and be like,
Yeah. Because I just felt like sometimes a lot of people always want to blame the parents. But I said this before. I can cause trauma to trade some more enemy. because we just trying to figure out. We're discovering. We're evolving. We're chucking up to what we know. That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
And not intentionally meant to cause extra harm, but I didn't get into that today. It's Friday. I want to get y'all down in the downer.
I couldn't make it past episode 4 in the season anyway.
I didn't even watch. I watched the first one for a minute. But
That first episode was funny.
I didn't. I got
No,
to
it was not the first episode. The one when the dude started dancing.
That's the first episode.
Was that the first episode?
Yep. When he met the dude.
Because when I clicked it, I thought it was gonna be a movie. I'm reading stuff.
See, and I thought it was just gonna be like talking about like the psychology of it, not actually like exploring the acts of what he was doing. So by episode 4, I was like, this is not for me or my spirit.
Because he gave detail, like full detail,
Yeah.
without regret or without holding back. Like
Yeah.
when he got caught, he just
because now emotionally, emotionally,
right.
I mean, you can't really deny it if the police open up a refrigerator, see a head in
And,
the.
and open the drawer and see the open the drawer and see
Not
pictures.
about that.
See pictures of all your dead victims.
Yeah.
At this point, you might as well just go on and do what you got to do. But yeah, no, we're not gonna get down to the Dahmer. When we get back, though, we're gonna be doing the church.
I got stuff that's going down. Y'all right in price. Let me get some Jesus right on price. Let's get it. I'm gonna stop saying let's get it because that's that boy's tagline.
Down with
I feel
Dahmer.
like you said that already.
He did. He said that earlier.
Like no,
Last
you
break.
said that. Like let's go, let's get it.
He probably ain't start saying it after BPE.
Almost like the way it started, the way it's going, it's totally different.
It really did. Who is this?
This is KB. No bigger than that. NOBIGDYL.
Let me.
You know what?
There might be no big deal.
Got you.
He said no big deal.
No. He said the
No, big
KG.
deal.
No.
No big deal.
Doctor! They call me Dr. Doc. I prescribe with it. Let it go.
Hey, sis.
Yes.
You said KG.
KB.
KB, no big
Kingdom
deal.
Business. I made that up. I told you my job, I lied. I did that.
That's his full name, or
No, it's KB. Comma.
okay, got it.
No big
No,
deal. No big deal. All words.
So no big deal. That's the name of it.
I'm
I'm trying to see if this is it.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, Lord.
So what we doing today?
No, that's
So.
not it.
Welcome to the table.
All right, so from the we were going to be moving.
Right.
We're not.
Okay.
That is going to where the church is going. That's going to be empty. I'm taking this back to the back
Okay.
to make this reception area again. So I can get money via renting this out
Got you.
and this.
Okay.
But I want, instead of having us away, I want the U shape in the back.
Got you.
And I would like to get a cubicle wall to separate production from radio.
Okay.
Refrigerators are going out.
Okay.
Deep freezer, church, fridge, church. I think they're going that way. And I am going. Whoa. Sorry. I am going. Where am I going?
Up beyond.
It's just one kitchen. Dickie Juicing will be done at Asker's.
Okay.
We'll move that out that way.
Got
But I want to try a different presentation again, flip it around. And I got people coming in now.
Got you.
And I want to give them a better visual presentation.
Got you.
So
Okay.
that wooden desk in the back can be out. Those couches are going out.
Got you.
Yeah, out. And so I flip it around. That's just the money the Fire 716 radio cash up. And then $7.16 times
716.
$1,000.
Yes, Sharita, I got it, and you are Aggie. Sorry, we're having a sister moment on the Book of Faces.
Yes.
Not on the book of faces.
But yeah, so that happens. So go back to back, and we're gonna make this. I want them to be able to walk in and see our receptionist,
Okay.
which probably be maybe be just for to see that, be able to pay bills, handle the affairs. They can rent this out, use this space, and then I can lock this back if they're having something up here. The back can be locked. So going back to the original setup that we have.
Gotcha.
A while back. So that's
I was gonna say,
the idea.
how was it?
How was in the beginning? I feel like the long table takes up too much space.
Gotcha.
So if I can U-shape, I get what I want out of it. And you just become 1, 2, 3. We become a little closer.
Gotcha.
And so ideally that's
Closer as a
we might do it Monday
family.
because I have a guy coming in. I have his contract Monday.
It's $ Fire 716 radio.
Yes, come on through. And what was I say? And he started to show with us. So right after our show, immediately we got to be done 10 minutes, 10 to 10.
Okay.
Because he's coming in to do his show exactly after ours.
Gotcha.
So it'd be like
Good stuff.
transition into that. His name is Andrew Williams, and he's doing a 30-minute broadcast.
Okay.
So
Sweet. Let's go.
Plus, it's warmer back there. It's a little chilly up here.
It do get warmer back.
It is warmer back there.
For fake, you'll find out this one.
Ah.
You want to be up here, honestly.
Got
The TV back there produces the heat,
Right.
and the electronics that make it hot. Wintertime, you gonna wish you was like, that breeze better back there.
Oh yeah, we gotta close that up.
It's the enactment.
Right.
No, because when I first started with the radio station, with you, him,
It was
and
warmer up here than it was.
it wasn't that bad back there.
It was warmer up here than it was right there. And then too, because it's warmer up here, it cuts off. It cuts off up here. Because the temperature up here, it'd be 75.
Right.
Back it'd be 64.
Oh, so we're gonna need a space heater for the radio station because I don't do cold.
But you will. Because you're gonna be up and moving and gyrating. You TikToking every day.
Who TikToking every
I'm
day?
used to that.
I heard you, but I'm like, who TikToking?
I can't be the only face.
Gotta be Fire 716.
Yeah, we got to be us.
Y'all know I'm a coordinator. You see me during the first break. Come on.
If you can count,
It's
you
called
can
practice. 5-minute practice.
Right. I told my wife, I said, we need TikTok sequence, like A, B, C, D.
Oh yeah.
Because it only lasts 10 seconds. You can't be out here on the dance floor talking about, that's the move. No. Sequence A, B, and C. No. Where we going? Church news?
Church news.
The church.
I look at it. I'm going to get forward.
Okay, it's $ Fire 716 radio. Right?
Yes.
Let's get down. Wow, wow.
Oh, hit
Radio or just Fire 716?
Fire 716 radio.
Oh, hit that play the bass. He played the bass with his shoulders.
Be like a Ricky Smiley. The dude kept showing up to the joints, even though he fired him.
Right.
He was like,
Fire 716, your boy Big Frank, like the Big Frank in the morning. What is what's up? It's going down. It is currently 18 minutes past the top of the hour. It is lit on the app. You got Jay Sheree, the Dark
In
Knight
the building.
Rocking with your boy, man. There's really something amazing taking place in the atmosphere. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, we going to church.
neighbor, we
Ah.
going to church.
We got some church news. Yes, sir. Preach to church.
All that.
That's what you need. Bishop Whitehead to just take them into the smacking fire.
You're loose.
Loose. Sorry, before we get into the church, the church praises. Okay, I Okay, so my previous church, this is my guy. He would run out. Yep. Y'all can't see me because you should watch and follow us on YouTube. And Facebook. He would run in the middle aisle. He'll run to the center of it. He'll run up, and he'll go do this little count to. My God. And one of the mothers, and I smacked her in the face one time.
By accident.
And, what
By
happened was
accident.
she would run up and just cheat it back. She would run up.
Mother Eunice?
Not Mother Eunice.
Bro, don't put her out here on the radio.
But as Mother Eunice pants go down. In the front of the somebody go get it. Her skirt on the floor, and bottom of her is just the glory. No, Keith would run up, and she was and she's already a hot little mama. She's saying, but you can just tell she's a hot little mama. Hair jet black. She not like nobody gray. But one Sunday, she had ran up, and I was talking to God, and I talked with my hands. So you know, oh my God, I love you, Jesus. Smacked her right in her lip.
So bad.
And it began to bleed.
Ooh.
I'm going right going in. She was like, "Did you pray for my lip?" I said, "You won't be abused." Okay.
I'm sorry, I love you.
I prayed. She was after church. And the miracle, it didn't even swell up.
Amen. And we bless God that it did for the non-swell.
Her Greg is such a junkie.
So I never forget. I was running. I used to be a runner. I mean, and I used to go high knees over the
Yeah.
run.
And your church had a lot of space
Yeah,
to do
space to
that.
run at the time. So,
Yeah.
I was running though, and I closed my eyes. I do a partial close and open sequence because I want to got this right.
Tapping into your face.
Yeah.
I got you.
But I opened my eyes, and the usher was right there.
Couldn't dodge.
I couldn't dodge her. I had to just hit her and catch her.
Running.
And this car breaking down to the floor. She got her husband. My bad.
Like,
Yo,
I mean, when I was younger, I remember because I was part of the Mount Ararat squad, and that's when Mount Ararat rolled deep. The whole choir caught the Holy Ghost, and I was not at that place with God yet, so I faked a dance, slid, and I was in the choir stand, slid in between that slit. And our choir says, you know, Mount Ararat's choir stand, it has like the little step and then there's space. Step and then space. Jump, dug right in that joint. I was like, ah! Fell right in the crack and just laid on the. Just laid there to try to play it off. And the cameraman zoomed in on me. Shan zoomed in on me because he saw me fall.
Petty cameraman.
This was a good play around.
Oh,
I said, God, you're a good catcher.
yo.
He held you
Cause-
up.
The whole section was just like,
because we thought that table was done for. We thought we was like, but the smoothness of how they moved the table after it happened, funniest thing ever. Because I was like, yo, Frank, oh!
you know, I'm long too, so even my arms were like, it was like eagle to die.
It looked like you was about to take it to the flow.
I got good God balance. Okay, I find him like nothing with him. I am safe. All right, let's get into it.
So my church news, back in Africa. Back in Africa, apparently you can lose weight by decreeing it and declaring it. This pastor, this woman was very large. I'm not gonna lie, she was very big. She was so big, there was no thigh gap. Like in her dress, she was laying on her back. Her dress was up, so you know, essentially, you could have saw everything if she wasn't too fat. And he was like, "Reduce the fat, reduce the fat, reduce the fat, reduce the fat," and she starts shaking. And he's getting excited because now she's able to like move. Because she's this fat, so now so he's like, get rid of the fat, get rid of it. So apparently in Africa now, if you need to lose weight, don't diet.
You know, Africa goes crazy, but they got some crazy.
They got crazy fake though.
Yo,
Crazy.
Don't diet. Just go to Africa and have them reduce the fat. We've been doing it-
That's
We've been doing it wrong the whole
But
time.
you know, he's not the only one. There's been somebody else I've heard on the tape talking about. The belly fat, you can get the belly fat.
Yo.
But definitely.
I'm trying to see if I can pull up the.
Definitely crazy, and but they got crazy faith, and I seen a lady arm grow one time. Okay. Yeah. Some of them scammers, definitely African.
British are wet. 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 British are wet.
That's how you do it.
British are wet. British are wet.
And she's shaking now.
British are wet. British are wet. British are wet. British are wet. British are wet.
And because she started shaking, they got excited.
You gotta speak to it.
You got to talk.
What did you
to
throw it?
You have to reduce their weight.
Fat be gone.
We've been doing it wrong this whole
They say
time.
the mind is man.
No, like
No, I have seen like limbs grow. I have seen like limbs
I wanna see
grow.
because I think that this sorry to get deep into it, but it is what it is.
It's church.
Yeah,
It's church
But
news.
I think that the ability to command the mind, to meditate, command the mind for the body to do a thing,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah,
does
actually
it,
do it.
is amazing to me because I look at just how God designed the human body.
Body.
That's when it got deep. The human body.
Human body and human body and
It just rolls it off.
human body and
He's so stuck.
The body.
I can't go no further, but human body and
Let's keep going.
The human edifice. Yes.
but body just
Human body.
but the way that the Hindus and those things have to meditate and the body is it does it. And I don't knock it to those gods because my God's above those gods for sure. But I believe the way that God made the body to do, that's why we should meditate day and night to speak a thing, talk a thing, to really command this thing what to do and not let it. You don't tell me what you want to do.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what to do, which is now called self-control. I'm gonna get deep. I'm gonna preach that later on.
But no, it's actually on. There's actually a video on YouTube. This young lady, she was born with one leg shorter than the other, and the pastor said that God showed him that her leg was going to grow, and he started praying and going in, and you literally saw the leg, the body. You saw the leg grow, and it was like quick, but it was just like, and I was like, let me rewind, make sure, and it literally just did grow. And this man is known for performing miracles like that. But her leg grew.
Grow the leg. Grow the leg.
Grow the leg. Grow the leg. Grow the leg. So yeah, your church, your church. We're petty. It's Friday.
Yo, what else going on? In church news, what I got?
Yo, Kim Burrell.
Kim Burrell.
Again.
She can't stay out.
Kim Burrell, you know, in like 2016, he had a homophobic.
To be homophobic is against hobos.
I pray my the
Homophobic
homophobic
body. The homophobic body.
is she is that and you know she makes some conversation, stirred up the pot, and the media world came for her, and the church world came for her as well. But she had she said this that she had expectations that certain cohorts that she had who would have her back in private, but in public couldn't support. So she was on a show recently. I'm not fuck the show because she needs to too. On the show, she addresses how Yolanda Adams in private was with her and supported her, but publicly did not say the same. And Kim Rose was like, if you had a career to protect, I understand. But why didn't you tell me? Why did I find out on a different way that you didn't? Hey, listen, I agree with you, but I'm not going to publicly say it like that. Okay, girl, I get it, I understand. But I found out that who I thought was going to support me, who I'm on the stage with, rocking with, supports me behind closed doors, but doesn't report me.
But why would you bring this up from 2016? Like, address the issue.
No, because she was on the show, and the host triggered these levels of questions.
Okay.
So it was triggered. It was she triggered her to get her into the conversation.
Gotcha.
And it was just, here we go.
I'm pretty sure it didn't take much though, because Kimberly.
Kimberly, you know, is she mean?
Kimberly is mean and messy. She's very messy. And the fact that, you know, you will sit here and dog homosexual artists, but you had homosexual artists on your album. Like, I need you to choose a struggle, Kim. Like,
this is my challenge here, because who heard the whole message? Because this is my problem is that we take a 30-second soundbite without the full I'm not saying she not mean she got history, but the full content of the message. So if the full content of the message, which I heard more of it than just the soundbite, is about living holy and having a standard, and these are the consequences. It is what it is. It is what it is. The fact that I have people in my church still struggling and I use them doesn't the fact that you still got to change your lifestyle.
Right.
So it's like we took the soundbite and we've beaten her, destroyed her,
right, and
disowned her and all these things. At the same time, there's evidence, as you just said, that she uses everything that, no, sin is sin. Right. You fornicator, you drinker, you homosexual,
right.
These elements, sin is sin. These are the consequences of sin. But you're still doing this. You're still working here. You're still in administration. You still this. Yeah. But I can't bypass the convicting word.
I'm like, but a lot of her outspokenness isn't through preaching. It's through interviews and conversation. So when she's like, oh, he out there got the Eddie Long disease, but you have gay people on your records.
Yeah, but
I
know,
pick a struggle.
I know that when she had preached at her church, this was regards to her church, that she was addressing her church, and she brought up these issues and these challenges, and that soundbite was taken, and she was kicked off of the Ellen for that. She didn't go on Ellen. We had that song about something.
Ellen had it was her and another gay artist. I can't remember his name right now.
And they had a song on.
But they had a song out, and
it was on the one with Taraji P. Henson.
Taraji P. Henson.
She's in the movie, but the song
I can do bad all by myself.
I can do bad all by myself.
That is Tyler Perry. But no.
Taraji P. Henson. Tyler Perry.
Oh, you talking about Acrimony?
Was it Acrimony? No, it was something else. It was a song about the women coming together.
Oh, for Color Girls.
Color Girls? I'm done.
Oh, no.
You talking
the NASA movie.
Oh,
yes.
God.
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures.
Yes.
I will always remember that. My girl did not my names on that.
And but she could go Ellen and I get those things, but her comments, her consistent commentary of negativity and foul behavior, it's like that.
But Ellen, when they actually interview Ellen, because I knew about the soundbite she preached about her church. When they actually interviewed Ellen, they asked her, was that the only reason? And she said, I ended up finding about other outspoken things that she said about homosexuals, and me being a homosexual person. She was like, I'm not going to endorse you on my show and you talk so badly about homosexuals. It was like...
But I hear that, and when I hear that, I'm just like, well, you should get him the conviction of the word, because the word is still the word, period. Like, the word is, even though, and I get the fact that they exist, because we have choir, they have their cue, they lay hands, they have convictions, they present among us. But it's like, the conviction word is the word. It convicts. It does what it does, and that's in your feelings. Because then my question to Ellen would really be, what is that you saw? Because prior to that, only mean thing that I saw, and I could be wrong, I could very much be wrong, was like her commentary on Sunday's Best. But after that, I've seen more stuff. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the clip, so it's like the timeline is important.
Yeah, I just me personally with Kim Burrell, it's outside of her meanness. It really is for me. Live what you're speaking. Mm-hmm. If you have, because she has come out and been publicly, I have a disdain for this spirit, then stop using the people who are gifted that operate in that spirit with your music. If you have such a disdain for it, why would you work with it? Like, if you have such a standard about living holiness,
the gift haven't changed because I never disdain.
But your name is going to be attached to the very thing that you said that you have disdain for.
And maybe I need to have disdain for to try to provoke a change. And when I pull up, because I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna just be with it. Some people who are homosexuals, who I know are family, once I'm present, they ain't as flamboyant as they are moments ago because not that I put pressure on them, but it's we know Frankie Preachers, we know I am who I am, but I ain't about to be over the top. But then when I'm going, I seen you over the top. So
Sharita said there's a fine line between debasement and preaching truth. We have to preach the truth and teach in love.
Absolutely.
So that's just my thing with her. It's the hypocrisy connected to it. Like, there's people I know that I have to minister to, but our friendship isn't our friendship with the friendship that we had. They know I'm over here, they're over there. But when they need prayer, they'll call me. Jess, I need prayer. Cool. But my associations and how I connect with them is not the same because God took me out that life. Right. With Kim Burrell, it's when she doesn't like a certain group of people, she will go in on them and talk about them and dog them and then use the very people she talked about. And that's why I don't like it. Stop being a hypocrite. Choose the struggle.
But at the same time, we'll talk about her dogging all these people. But like you said, she has people who support what she's talking about, right? But don't support her publicly. They only support her privately. Maybe if she had more people in her corner, it wouldn't be such a bad thing. It wouldn't be something to talk bad about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's weird. Don't support me in private if you're not gonna support me in public. Yeah, because
Yolanda Adams. If that's true, Yolanda Adams is definitely wrong for that.
It's probably more people. It's a lot more people.
And then sometimes what is done for careers,
right, is
career.
Fact.
What's done for your job is your job.
That part.
And it's like, hey, this is the job.
Yeah.
And this is the song. This is great. This is the art. This is the art. And
they have a gift.
And they have a gift.
And
so unfortunately, if the best is living alternate lifestyle, I'm gonna still go run to the best to execute.
And I'm still minister and preach my
minister,
message.
It's still minister conviction. So it's hard, and I get it. It makes sense. But listen, also we got bad news. We're up. The Catholic Church has made some bad decisions.
As always.
Again. I get it.
Has won $30 million. I'm gonna say one. I'm gonna say one. The case, $30 million for like 3 decades ago violation.
It's $10 million a year.
Yeah.
Not Sarah Jakes, the other one.
Sarah. Oh, not Sarah Jakes Roberts.
The one that got a growl when she speaks.
She got her daddy growl.
What?
Oh, what's her name?
The growl.
If it's not Sarah, it's the oldest girl. Nobody knows.
You're not talking about
T.D. Jakes.
Oh, you talking about
his daughter?
His daughter divorced?
Monique.
Oh, Sharita said there's an echo. Where are we echoing?
It's a slight echo because my phone won't allow me to turn my phone all the way down.
Gotcha.
Because it's on a video call, so
you got me go.
Serena, that's his wife.
What is his daughter's name? Cora Jakes.
Cora Jakes.
Come on, Sharita. Come in for the one time. Help us.
She ran for her family. She's going through a divorce. She's getting divorced. Her husband, he violated their adopted child. And those details are not as to say as it's been. Molestation is the title, but the details of what that looks like is unknown. But just keep them covered in prayer. So you know what I mean. So outside of this, something crazy.
Yeah.
Just on an anointed level, because look at that, it has to be
right.
Like crazy challenging. So that's happening. That's all we got for church news today, y'all. If you go to church, you bad. We're doing the church. I know never.
Let the church say amen. Amen. Yeah. So I guess when we get back with hot topics and local news.
Hot topics going down right here. Find someone who's good Frank in the morning. Let's get it.
We need to feature dumbest criminals for the local news.
Back to our local news, also known as stupid people.
Listen, because like people just be doing stupid stuff. Like you filing for disability, you get a disability claim. Like, and I've seen this more than once. Man, you get a disability claim.
Don't be mad because you ain't do it first.
No, it's not even that. I remember.
What?
I remember dating somebody who was a firefighter. They got injured in the fire, like a beam fell on their back. Whatever, cool. They was out on disability with fire person benefits. And was like coming up for the review, got caught helping somebody move. Lost their job and their benefits. I said, you are dumb. You are dumb. If you did not think they were going to be watching you.
That is a clear invite to be lazy. I can't do that. I can't move. I'm not moving nothing. I'm not.
Like, my friend called me and needed help moving. You lost your job and your benefits.
Get the job back.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You gotta sit still.
Yeah, and though you say that
might be a challenge.
That might be a challenge.
Absolutely.
That might be people who sometimes retire go, I'm going back to work. This right here, though it's good money coming in, like I just being still doing nothing, whatever.
That's a fact.
Just need to do something. I can, so
lost the job and the benefits because they wanted to help somebody move, and they got caught. Person took a picture and sent it.
Oh, see, they got a snitch. That's different. My man, even.
No, because they were suspected. They suspected that the person, like they went to the doctor. They was like, oh no, extend the disability. They suspected that the person was kind of milking the disability situation. But I was like, you're going to be under investigation around research time anytime, so they're going to be watching out for you. And you work for the Buffalo Fire Department.
I've moved somebody before. I've been good. Like you got to. It'd be the
before a back injury.
I wasn't moving nothing heavy.
It hit different.
I wasn't moving nothing heavy.
That workers' comp.
Yeah.
I wasn't moving nothing heavy.
They looking for you to try and get over.
I moved a lamp. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
No, like they were caught moving like couches and stuff.
Yeah. But then this was my daughter. Like nobody else helping. Like certain factors gonna push like that.
Fire department was like, if you can lift, you could have been working. You're fired.
It's the factors. It's like, dang, my back hurt, but my baby girl got to move. Her boyfriend did it dirty. She ain't got nobody. I'm gonna suck this pain up and see if I can like it. And my ibuprofen be down for the night. And my oxy.
Black people don't. I'm like, black people don't get right.
My life came past.
Black people.
No, fact, right?
My back brace. All that.
Like black people don't
Listen,
get
back
right.
braces work, blood. I've been moving and I've been back bracing. Okay, I was actually
Yeah.
In a year, a couple times in a year.
No, actually, they were in parts. They were different years.
They were?
Yes, they were.
I thought they were. Oh, maybe because they were so close together.
It's the in between time.
One was December and one was January.
I was like, they was close together. Weren't they close together?
It was a year apart.
Oh.
Not a year within. There's a difference.
Gotcha.
That's a fact.
I said February what? January who? Ah, man, I got.
Yeah, I gotta get my joint, Jesus, my joint, Father. Even though, like, when I was driving Uber at one point, one of the guys was like, "Here's you."
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, once you get boyfriend like a big freaking morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Bro. So if you're wondering, no, he did not sleep. He has not slept. Day 2, no sleep.
It is what it is, yo. You know what it is? It's people. So a lady called me. I talked to the lady yesterday morning. 2 days ago morning.
2 days ago.
To yesterday morning.
2 mornings ago. And she was so drowsy. She was just like, hello. I was like, good morning. How you doing? She's like, oh my goodness, you're so bubbly. I am. I'm a vibe, okay? I'm a vibe, man. I mean,
They got off the phone and was like,
be ready for the moment. Who's gonna call me? I am activating the show. All right, let's get into some local news real quick. We got people stealing stuff.
hot topics. Local news.
I got some personal local news. Go ahead.
No, hot topics. Coolio. We lost.
Coolio.
We lost.
Gangsters.
In Fantastic Voyage.
Yep.
That's slide, slippity slide.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And he did the intro to Keenan and Kel.
He did.
History.
Right.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, he did the remix to the Fantastic Voyage. But the crazy thing is, when they announced his death, they said the legend Coolio, and I was like, another
He's
person
a
that became a
legend.
legend
Because
when
they
he
died.
died, because he died.
Because we don't really heard
What
her
is-
too
what
much.
is- somebody define- what's the definition of
Like you said, it's the thing.
Hey Siri, don't answer me. We don't. We live.
Right.
But
Yeah,
Nah,
so
I can't say he's a legend.
I don't think he's a legend. He had hits. He had a couple of good hits.
Couple hits.
But there, like we said, legend is their music is always gonna resonate.
Yeah.
So no matter where that song is played, no matter where Kenan and Kel is played,
We're always gonna know it's Coolio.
oh,
here we go.
What did they just say? Let me get some place
Like everybody's gonna know Gangster's Paradise. Like you're just gonna know Gangster's Paradise. Living in Gangster's Paradise. Like anybody who's seen Dangerous Minds knows Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah, that's not a lot of people anymore.
I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Well, but yeah, pretty
we
much
got
so.
two definitions.
What we got for legend?
A traditional story, sometimes popularly regarded as historical but unauthentic.
Mhm.
An extremely famous or notorious person, especially in a particular field. The man was a
You just know.
legend.
Legendary means nothing.
Nothing.
Put that much pressure on it.
Right.
Yeah.
It just means well known.
Well known. So okay, we'll give him that. Legendary.
By
You were, but
definition.
his hairstyle is what made him legendary.
And it maintained throughout the duration. The middle disappeared, but
He had four locks on each side when he died. Like he wasn't letting it go. But no, outside of that, oh God, Teddy Riley now is coming forward and almost had a physical altercation with Soulja Boy based on the fact that Soulja Boy has physically abused his daughter.
If you're not leaving,
No, they used to live together. They do not live together anymore. But like,
But if she's still talking and texting and calling and FaceTiming,
now you still beating her up.
huh?
right?
Like, did she confess to him, or like?
So how the story broke is basically like Soulja Boy said, you know, he had a confrontation with Teddy Riley.
Mm-hmm.
So they asked Teddy Riley because Soulja Boy was like avoiding the question. So they had on a separate interview, they asked Teddy Riley what his issue was with Soulja Boy, and he said he was physically abusing his daughter. Like, and so Soulja Boy was like, well, if I was physically abusing her, why did we move in together? And I'm like, how is that a precedent for abusing somebody you just in house abuse? Like, so like Teddy Riley now has become public about the altercation. Like, he out here putting his hands on my daughter, so I had to put my hands on him.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it valid?
Very valid.
Now, what you're not gonna do some more? I mean, is run back over it.
Listen,
I'm gonna beat you.
You're not about to have repeated baby.
no, for sure.
I'm not about to go to jail for you repeatedly.
Yeah.
I can do a button hat now. Breathing for a battery or something.
I ain't going to jail at all.
So
Somebody that needs you.
Somebody, I'm not going to jail.
and then
This is gonna be
a Minnesota husband and wife and 2 dogs found dead in murder-suicide. So basically, the husband was diagnosed with lung cancer. The wife had stomach cancer. So they decided to die together. And so the husband killed the wife and then killed himself. My thing is, why y'all had to kill the dog?
Why do we
They're
care?
part of the family.
I'm gonna say something.
The dogs ain't had cancer.
It's gonna sound
Part
terrible.
of the family.
It's gonna sound
If they had
terrible,
kids, the kids would have been gone. They don't want their kids to suffer without them.
It's gonna sound sad. And
Sorry,
I know how I'm gonna sound, but who cares? They dogs. They shouldn't have people. I know that sounds cold, but this is how it is.
It's just the
Wait,
fact
what
that
kind
you.
of dogs were they?
I don't know.
Was it
That matters
dogs?
to me. Like
Was it
that
dogs?
matters to me. Were they pit bulls? Were they
Did
German
y'all
Shepherds?
see? I shouldn't say that. So there's a video. You know how you got that F&F?
F and F, yes.
There's
I hate
another young lady.
Wait, F and F. That's
FREMF.
F nigga free.
Yeah. So there's another song
Yeah,
similar
acronym.
cadence with this girl talking about murder and being in front of Planned Parenthood.
Yes, I did.
I'm baby daddy.
Quita sent that to me.
Body,
I was like,
his baby not coming out of me like.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, they wild.
Okay,
Yeah.
we glamorizing the boy.
We need to do better as a
Yeah.
people. Like we gotta stop.
That's
Just-
y'all. That's y'all doing.
This is why we can't have nice
And,
things.
That's
you
y'all
know,
doing.
season 2 of the Kardashians is back out.
No. Cancel it.
And but they're highlighting now.
Kanye.
No,
Okay.
Ray J
Oh.
in the whole situation of the stigma that started them off as the Kardashians.
Oh wow.
And I'm just like, y'all trying to revamp the whole situation. And then, but I didn't know Ray J was getting money for this.
You didn't know that?
I obviously, you get paid a couple times, okay. But he continues to get money
Niggas
For
like
the
that.
sex
for
tape?
the sex thing.
Yeah.
And then he said something somebody like that. He says, out of all the stuff that the Kardashians are talking about and all that food, whatever lawsuit, they never came to sue him. Like, they never sued him.
For
Because
releasing the sex tape.
She was part of it.
Absolutely.
They always getting paid.
Always getting paid.
They always getting paid.
What a name.
But in other local.
Yes. You get a local news.
NFTA worker that was on disability got caught doing Instacart and Uber.
Now we gotta clarify that. Was she on disability or was she going after disability?
She was on disability. She's already received $40,000 in disability.
But over what period of time?
They did not specify.
Because $40,000 is not a lot of money
To be for a job to be shelling out.
over the course of how long? Is this 2 years?
Okay.
Is this a year?
I do.
What's the term? Because if I got to do Instacart and these other jobs, the lesson of what's coming in is not enough to survive.
For sure.
So because it's not enough to survive, I now have to do extra things to make up for what y'all not handling.
Right.
So we're not about to tell the story like it's just, let's tell it how the TI is. How long did it take you? It's 2 years, 3 years. I got this, and it's not enough to survive.
Right.
Look at $200 bi-weekly ain't enough to survive.
Fact.
I got gas bill, light bill, car note, kid, clothes, bit, pay.
But the reason why they was in on her though, because she was saying she had the inability to drive, but was doing Instacart and Uber. Your job is a Buffalo bus driver, and you're not driving, but you're doing Instacart and Uber, so you're obviously driving.
And it could be the balance of being able to get up and get out. Number one. Number two, it's also the balance of who helping her to get it, because everybody's not shopping.
Everybody does not shop by themselves.
And everybody don't shop by themselves.
Everybody don't Instacart.
So when they start telling these stories, like two people who I know very closely related to my name, one drive, one walk.
Listen.
One get in, one no. And occasionally one don't show up, and everyone's doing it. Yeah, so it's like, I think that the people hurting for money. COVID has made us lazier because free money was good money. And I'm not about to go back to work to suffer on this bus, because sometimes the suffering isn't just the drive.
The bus driver.
Getting paid versus the drama that happens at NFTA. My program director at WFO, name would not be mentioned probably too much already, was on the board. So it's stuff happening behind the scenes that's just extra. And they might get paid based according to our pay now, but to them it's like, this is how they coming in at this rate, but I've been here for the longest, I'm still at this rate.
I know how that feels. So, I know how that feels. That's still happening to me.
I'm just being advocate for people today, but y'all gotta
You really are.
Because broke days.
Listen.
Make you want to apply for it all. Let me get
Food stamps.
food, compensation, disability, Instacart, WIC. Let me get it. But
Not Wick.
but for sure, and then it'd be like that.
Yeah. So
Now,
that's what I got for local.
Got you. So there's this other kid, Caucus Mill.
Okay.
He done got bread and claimed he used the COVID relief
He ran it up.
situation. He racked up. He put somebody else's name in the electric bill. Not he's a white kid, but
That's black
That's
tendencies.
black fans.
That's black
people.
tendencies. He got black friends.
And the way he looks, I can be judging because of obesity. Just look like you was just milking. I just get milk vibes from her. Let me apply for it all legit. I think I just said moments ago, let me just apply for it all. Not that I just don't want to. I just don't want to. But which I blame COVID, because COVID, that year 2 years of not working but getting them $600. Who want to go back to anything less?
I would love that.
I would love $600 for nothing.
I wish I would have quit my job alone.
I would
have quit my job alone.
And
Man.
while everybody's getting $600 checks, I was still a Kingdom employee, not getting $600 checks.
It's crazy because I was working.
You was better off.
I was better off quitting.
You was better off quitting and applying for unemployment and getting that.
And getting the 600. I was barely.
My wife made bread. No oven debate now, but no. Babe, I love you. But she was getting bread. They paid for the wedding. They paid for the wedding to get her on. Listen, bought the furnished the. Listen, took care of it. God, you know how to do it.
Damn,
But definitely
COVID days.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're getting ready to get another wave, so I'm just stocking up and stuff now. Stocking up on food.
What?
COVID shutdown. I feel like another wave is coming.
I think what's about to happen right now is that the flu is gonna come and the cold is gonna come, and they might try to play COVID. But at this point, Big Pharma is in it now.
You're gonna get flu.
So you can pop a pill.
Yeah.
You can get a shot.
Right.
The agenda is now done. Come see us now for the common cold. We got COVID. Yeah, man. I had it for 2 weeks. I'll be
I
back.
had about 3 weeks.
Like what was killing us is just gonna be as common as
Normal.
They're gonna they're gonna be crazy something else. COVID.
How you die from COVID?
Because COVID was always here. We just had 19.
Yeah,
Because on the back of the
Right,
Lysol
on the
can,
Lysol
it said coronavirus. So I was like, COVID has always been here. It was just 19 took a turn.
19 was a strong.
It took a turn. That's all.
Local, other local.
Yeah.
Watch y'all packages. Watch y'all packages. I was working with my dad and around the Kensington Edgar. And these kids, little boys, just looking like they up to something. Yes, the day before, just around looking like they getting into something, going to people's yards, all types of stuff. Yesterday we pull up to the job. I see the guys walking down the street, nothing in hand. We pull into the driveway. We sitting there for about 5 minutes. As we're getting out to go into the lady's house, I see them running up the street with a box. One is ahead, the other one like, yo, that joint empty. That joint empty. Like, yo, is we really out here stealing packages?
Oh yeah, they've been doing that.
Like, what?
They were stealing packages during COVID.
But I've never seen it except for on YouTube. Like, no.
Because some people
That's
see they get
crazy.
their notification real late. Like with like, especially with Amazon Prime, they'll email you like 4 hours after they drop it off. Your package has been delivered.
My old neighbors used to leave the box outside for a couple of days. They'd be home. They know it's outside. It just be outside.
Just lazy.
Waiting.
Like, I ain't going out there until I get the trash.
Man, I ain't
Go
never
out
steal
there.
that from Amazon.
You ain't-
Gonna be gone.
And your joint gonna be gone. In my neighborhood, I wait. Because I know y'all
I'm
be.
gonna set a booby trap one day.
It sounds so like, why haven't you been doing it from jump? Kind of thing. Like, why haven't I been doing that from jump? People get cool stuff from Amazon. Even if you get something stupid, you be like, I'll put it back. Somebody did steal my DVD, but then they found out that it was.
This is not a confession or admission of guilt. But at Amazon, you come across some stuff.
Yeah.
You come across some stuff. Missing packages,
all the time.
gift cards.
Pocket and everything.
Listen.
I have actually seen Amazon be like, I was like, where's my package? They be like, we don't know. We just gonna send you out another.
It was in the garbage. The garbage. It got swept up with the
I am
trash.
going to have Amazon.
just to get free stuff.
I'm gonna put y'all on to the scheme.
No, sir. All I'm gonna say is the will of the wicked.
Come on.
Like,
Listen, we got a few minutes. What's your word of inspiration for the people?
If you gonna file for disability, at least act disabled. Just
Play the part.
listen,
You be cool as long as you just play your part.
just act disabled. Don't be out here doing dumb stuff and getting caught.
No, for real.
Daniel?
well, don't try to steal my stuff because it's usually a book.
Wow.
Yeah, what you got?
A little in the middle.
But you got to
But
put
you got much
back.
back. I'm gonna say it again. A little in the middle. But you got much back. That means you can carry a lot. So be prepared.
Little in the middle, but you got much back. Little in the middle, but you got much back. The human body.
It's such a miraculous thing.
It's miraculous.
It's such a miraculous thing.
The arm,
The body.
the knee, the toe,
The head, the shoulders, the knees, the toes.
In the torso.
Present your body living sacrifice, holy service. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. If you are not willing to make the sacrifice required to transform, you will die unfulfilled in your body. Let's go. I'll holler at y'all.
In your body.
Lost my years. Come on, here. Every day she a stalker. Don't break it. Make me feel. Yeah. So. Yeah. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good. Gotta go, y'all. Peace. Love. Woo.
Nights I couldn't sleep.